Alright everybody, so here we are, and the thing is that I mean recently few hours or recent days has been quite have been quite what troublesome for me. So because of that thing, it's been even just hard to be live on a regular basis, but I will try to be live. I'll try my level best to be live from now onwards, and let's see how it goes. But before that, the IP address that got changed, I need to fix that. That's actually gonna be 42 right now. Why is the IP address changing over and over? Don't know, but this should be 42 dot, and let's stop and start it again, and right now it should be fine. Yeah, I don't know, the IP address of my mobile's Wi-Fi just changing over and over. Having said that, let's simply continue from here on. And again, I have to give 2 hours to next auth, and unless I have given 2 hours, I will not move to the next topic to learn something new. And that ensures that doesn't matter whether easy topics, that's easy topic or difficult topic, that is getting done. I mean, but just by watching any tutorial and all, I don't think things are gonna be working out for me. So I'd better just simply go through the documentation right now in a proper manner. So when it comes to this, so overall things, we are actually getting started from here. Introduction about Next.js. Well, things haven't been mentioned quite well over here, but at the end the plus point is that overall code we have over here, and in this one inside it we are just getting everything done. Not only that, we even have the help of AI. So with the help of that, all these features that we have, we will be just simply learning it. Flexible and easy to use on your data, and search secure by default, credits and all, that's fine. The next thing that I will be learning in here, that's gonna be about introduction of it. So kind of something is being unloaded just nearby, so that is something making noise right now, but not a big problem. Okay, so if I just continue from here on, getting started existing projects. Okay, npm install Next.auth. API routes, this is how we just add the providers over here. So GitHub provider is being added over here, and in the project that I am working on, just credentials have been added over there. So we can even do this. Once this particular thing is done, then just after that, let's even go through it. I mean, why not? The easiest way to get started is to clone the example and follow the instructions in the readme, and you can try out a live demo at this. Install this. Okay, and if you are using TypeScript, Next.auth.js comes with the its type definitions with the package. To learn more about TypeScript for Next.auth, check out this particular TypeScript documentation. What is this all about, TypeScript? And again, I will be going through it, but not now. Kind of it is okay, it is mainly for declaring the things that can be done later on. But let's continue. To add Next.auth to project, create a file called Next.auth.js package /API auth. This contains the dynamic route handler for Next.js, which will contain all of your global auth Next.auth configurations if you are using Next.auth 13 or above with the new app routers. First of all, one more thing here. Again, why am I going through it? Because I have 2 options. Either I can go through a course, but that course will take a lot of time, and even the course that I've gone through, things haven't things have been covered over here. It's not like that, but I just wanted to make sure that I know the things really well. So I'll be just simply going through it really quick and getting the things done. Oh, come on. So if you are using this, you can initialize configuration using route handlers okay. And over here I have my options, since I'm providing all these things. Then I'm exporting Next.auth and auth options. So I'm actually exporting Next.auth at the end of the day from here. So if I just actually close everything from here, and if I go to this options.ts, so I have all my options, and these are the options that I have, and from here I'm just simply exporting. Just a minute, I don't need this. I'm just simply, come on, I mean that must not be visible, so let me make it like this. So I'm simply exporting options from here, and that's it. And once the option is actually exported from here, then I have route.ts, and inside this I'm actually exporting get method and post method. Having said that, and I'm using Next.auth. So Next.auth auth options, I'm providing it, and I got my handler, and I'm actually exporting handler as get or as post. This is also possible, and what they are doing over here, they're simply saying that you can directly export this as well. So instead of doing this much, if you actually want, in that case you can even say that export default Next.auth that I already have, and I'll just simply give it auth options and it will be done. So I can simply export this as well and it will kind of do the job. All requests to /API auth, sign in, callback, sign out, etc. will be automatically be handled by Next.js. So they will automatically be handled over here. Then further reading, see options for more details on how to configure provider database in other options. Read more about how to add authentication providers here. That's great. Let's go through this one. So options are going to be environment variables when deploying production. Set a next auth URL environment variable to canonical URL of your site. Okay, next auth URL. So ultimately I'm going to be having session. Inside session I will have my strategy, I will have message, update, generate session token, and after that I have my JWT and all these things I'm going to be having inside that. And then secret process dot get token. It's complex, that is for sure. Changes. Default value is gonna be empty. Required no. Specify URLs to be used if you want to create custom sign in, sign out, and error pages. Pages specified will be override the corresponding detailed page. Sign in, auth in, sign out. Interesting. I understood auth, like better auth properly, but this one I'm struggling. Mainly because things haven't been mentioned really well. It's okay, but I gotta just give my best to just understand the things and all, so that at least I can say that I've given my all. And once this thing is done session, I'm just exporting from here. It's just simple. Okay, what is the issue that I'm facing with it? Okay, that's crazy. The mainly issue is this, like this particular thing. What does the pages do? So I'm gonna be coming here, ChatGPT. What does this do in Next.js? In Next.js, specifically next auth configuration, this setting pages /sign in means you are telling next auth to use /sign in as the login page instead of its default page. Without this setting, if you don't configure page.sign in when next auth records login, it will show its default UI at URL API auth sign in. That means it does provide some default URL as well. Interesting, like some default what is that thing called, page, UI page. With this setting, when you do pages sign in, something like this, no one now when authentication is needed, you just will be redirected to your custom page. So basically if I don't provide it over here, what will happen? Let me just remove it from here, just like this. And now if I just simply run it, Docker process status, even that is not running, that is for sure. I hope I'm not using that, but I'll have to check that. And turns out yes, I'm using MongoDB right here. So npm not docker start. Look, I don't really have any other option. MongoDB, either I just get it done or I'm lost, as simple as that. So I have to get it done anyhow. ls npm run dev. Alrighty, let's click on this, and this is the home page that I have. If I click on login, this is the login page I'm getting. Then I can click on sign up. I'm getting the sign up page and all. It's not like I am not getting anything, but I'm definitely missing something or the other from it, from next auth. So even before I get this particular thing done, I need to learn about next auth properly, and I was mainly learning it so that I could get the Paytm project done. So it's like many projects are just getting stacked on top of each other. Insane. That simply means I need to get it done anyhow. Sign in, app sign in. If you're not using next auth, tell me the context because the language. If I don't create a sign in form, will I get it from the Next.js side? Short answer: no. Next.js itself does not give you using Next.js. Not Next.js. Next auth side. Yes, but only if you do not override pages sign in. Let's break it down. You do not configure pages sign in, pages empty. You simply don't include pages config at all. Then API auth sign in. In this case, next auth shows its built-in UI at this default pages had buttons for providers like Google Auth, etc. You don't need to create any sign in from yourself. You configure pages. So over here I'm simply configuring. Okay, so it's just like that. Fine, got it. So Next.js does create something or the other on its own. So I can say this particular, I can go to this particular URL and let's see whether it's gonna be working or not. That's bad actually. Kind of not really getting anything. How even it works then? There is a video on YouTube as well. It's not like I don't have any videos to watch. I do have them, but the duration is 8 hours around. And if I actually start watching that particular video, then that's gonna be crazy. I mean, that's gonna take too much time to just simply learn next auth. Okay, that must be somewhere here. Yeah, it turns out that I don't really have any other way. Okay, let's do one thing. I have no idea about next auth. Now start telling me all the steps to follow to integrate it in a project and explain everything. Let's see what is next auth.js. Okay, fine. Then first of all you have to just simply create it, npm install next auth. Then inside pages router next auth.js I have to create, done. And then next auth.route, recommended route you need. So pages router, for pages I need to go like this, for app I need to go like this, and this is recommended by the way. After that I'll have route.ts, basic setup. So inside that I'll have route.ts. Once I have my route.ts, inside that I will have my provider. I will be exporting the things from here. Okay, once the things have been exported, I will be having GitHub UID secret and next auth secret. How many things I have? Next auth secret, it is actually required, and then few more things, that is fine. Then OpenSSL, okay, I will be getting that. By the way, this is a short form of creating that. So OpenSSL random base 6432 bit, just like this. The use client default, I will be getting session from here, that's fine. On the basis of the session I can get it done. App providers, provider.tsx use client session provider. So ultimately I'm wrapping everything with the session provider. Once this thing is done, then root layout is gonna be a providers. Where is this coming from? This provider is actually coming from providers, and inside that particular provider I'm actually wrapping it inside there, that's fine. But that's it really. Optional, add credentials, email plus password. So credentials are gonna be email, credentials are gonna be password. Authorize, just simply checking and returning from here. JWT or database. So next auth that I'm actually getting and exporting, so that will have Prisma, Doctor and providers. That's it. It turns out that if I do not have the sign-in page, it should be getting that automatically. So the real question is here. I have created these many things here. I have even created the sign-in page. If I make it sign just for demo purpose, mainly because I want to use the sign-in page that is actually generated by Next.js or something. So in that case, API auth, inside that I'm just exporting everything. Turns out I will have to go through a course, anyway, proper course where all the things are being described properly. Better auth is okay, I can even go through the better auth related stuff right now, and then later I will be working on. Then what is the next thing that I have to do? Once I have configured my API, inside API I have configured auth, and once this particular thing is done, then I can actually start working on the things. Working on the things in the sense I can get the session, and once I got the session, I'll be getting other things done. Username. So how am I even verifying the user? In order to verify the user, I'm just simply getting the session, but I'm not getting that here. That simply means the session is gonna be okay. I don't need to verify inside app page.tsx. Am I verifying the user over here? Not really. This is the home page, dashboard page.tsx. The user is getting verified here, and how is that actually happening? Dashboard, resolver, handle message. Let's go to the layout section. Navbar is here. Is the user actually getting verified? If I try to go to the navbar section, form is here, that is fine. I'm getting these values from there. Accept messages, handle messages, fetch, use session. Inside use session, what am I doing? Inside use session, I'm actually just checking whether the session exists or not. If the session does not exist, then I'm simply returning from here. Where am I getting the session from? I'm getting the session from use session. So yeah, kind of I am checking whether the user is authenticated or not. So use session is being used over here. Get server session will be used on the server side, so that is even fine. And this is how everything else is being handled. So the main problem is not the logic of this particular application, because the logic is overall good. I can get it done anytime. So mainly how this next auth quite works, that is the problem. Apart from this particular thing, Next.js, I have this better auth thing, and I can easily get the starting file of it. So let's go through this one as well. Let's change even the name. One thing I know well, and that is I'm sure about better auth. So I'm gonna be focusing mainly on better auth right now. So to feedback, because I'm gonna be going with what I actually know. As for next auth, I will be learning it better very soon. The thing is that in next auth, what I'm getting that pages can be created automatically only. So the configuration section I'm not quite understanding well. So for getting that thing done, I need some time to just learn the things. But before that, why not let's simply go through this particular code, understand everything in better auth, and then get the things done. Continue from here. Actually I have to continue, but even before that, this is the auth.ts. Okay, and let's do one thing. Let's keep it inside the source page, and the source page is actually gonna be where? Let's keep it inside readme file, just at the top, so that I know exactly where I have to continue from. Okay, once this thing got done, what is the next thing that I have to do? First of all, especially when you are working with the next better auth, not next auth, then first of all you have to just first of all create the Prisma client. It got created automatically. Then for sessions, let's get rid of this email, not really needed. Auth.ts, what am I doing over here? Inside auth.ts, first of all I'm configuring the database. Once the database is configured, then I'm even telling that okay, whether you will be using email and password or not. If you are gonna be email and password, that's great, and then that's enabled to true. By the way, you can even set the length of the password, that is not quite needed, so we are just gonna be going on like this. Apart from this particular thing, it's been 2 days. Wow, interesting. So apart from this particular thing, you have user over here and you have hooks over here. Again, let's just go through them one by one. So first of all, better auth is here, and it has two things. It has database related things, like exactly which database is actually being used over here. Second thing is that email and password, by default it is enabled true. Not only that, we are just checking some more things as well. Checking some more things in the sense, as soon as I'm signing up, or send a reset password, user and URL. So as soon as I'm signing up, at that time an email should be sent to the user. So await send email. Email will be sent to user email, subject reset your password. This is mainly for resetting the password. Subject reset your password, click the link to reset your password and all. Okay, so this particular method will be for, of course, email and password, but it will simply be resetting the password at the end, and it will mainly send the request. Okay, then even I have mentioned something over here. This lets the user sign in only when the email is verified. That is right. Just a sec. Require email verification true. That means email needs to be verified if I actually want to use this particular property over here. Okay, that's fine. And the another thing is this, send a reset password. This will mainly send the this will mainly send the email to the user, and for sending the email, this must be coming from resend, if I'm not wrong, email, and over here I must be using resend. So resend.emails.send. What all I'm sending from this particular email to subject and text, and it has two subject and text. To whom do I have to send? What is going to be the subject and what is going to be the text? For this particular thing, 2 is gonna be user.email. Where is this user coming from? This user is coming from wherever I'm calling this particular send a reset password. So I will be giving it URL, and I will be giving it I'll be giving it user and URL both. Subject is gonna be here, text is gonna be here, and that's it. Okay, let's see where exactly I'm going to use it. But overall, this thing is done right now. Then there is something called email verification. So first of all, I'll be sending an email for resetting the password. Second thing is that configuring it to send emails to the user after sign up, and whenever it's called, ultimately after sign up the email will be sent, and whenever it's getting called. So email verification, signed on sign up, that is okay, true, and auto sign in after verification, that's true. That means user should be auto signed in. Async send verification, this is gonna be just simply one of the functions. Again, I will get the user wherever I'm gonna be calling this particular method. So user is gonna be here, URL is gonna be here, and await send email to user email, subject and all. Things are quite same. At the end of the day, I'm just going to add one more method over here. So email is here, email password is here, database is here, these things are here, and then this user field will be added. So inside this user field, I am gonna be adding role, additional fields, role, and inside role I have typed string, and input is gonna be false. User cannot change the role. So by default, input in the false, in the sense user will not be able to change the role. That's fine. This will run before anything else does, and this is the hook that I'm actually using, and this is the before hook. That means create a middleware auth. So what will this actually do? So I will get a context over here, context.path, if that's equals to sign up email, reset password and change password. In that case, what will I do? From the context body, I will get the password, or context body new password, I will be getting this. Once I got this, I will be checking the schema of that. Okay, if everything's alright, that's fine. Otherwise, I will just simply throw the error. So if there is any error, I will be throwing that. What does this do even? Inferring and exporting or session or custom session and user types, because I added extra role field in model, user in schema or prisma. I gotta write the code on my own, otherwise it's gonna be actually hard to just go through the things right now. Just by watching the video, nothing is gonna happen. So create auth middleware. This will run before anything else does. So if it actually running before anything else does, in that case, whenever I'm going to the sign up email, reset password or change password, this particular thing is going to run. And once this is actually running, in that case I will check the password, whether password is as per the password schema or not. And this is the password schema that I actually have created, string minimum okay, fine. So this particular is done. I'm parsing over here, and once I'm parsing over here, and then API error, where request and all, that's it. So ctx.body.password or ctx.body.new password, that can be anything, that can either be password, that can either be new password, and this is mainly for validating the password, whether the password that you are using, that is validated, that is right or not. Interesting, so far so good, I mean great. Apart from this particular thing, once I've done all these things, so ultimately I have configured auth, then I am gonna be configuring auth client over here. Again, over here you will have the base URL, this is gonna be optional. You can have next cookies, again this is gonna be optional, mainly needed when working with server actions. Know more about it, go through the documentation, simple. Infer additional fields, added extra rows, so I need to infer the types of the user on the client side too. Infer added fields, not quite. And then plugins, I'm mainly gonna be using infer add. Okay, this is just simply a what can I say, comment, and over here I'm simply adding infer added fields. So the field that I actually used on the client side, ultimately on the server side, that same fields are gonna be here. So infer additional fields and type of auth. So ultimately user field will be available on the client side to using this, simple. So auth email.ts, what does this do? It simply sends the email. Email.ts will simply send the email, and it will get some of the things. The send email method, I will be calling it somewhere else, and then things are gonna be done. In the validation section, I have this normal thing. Okay, so inside live, everything got done. Then I have generated, don't need to worry about it. Components, don't need to worry about anything over here. Once everything's got done, then the main thing comes from here. So inside source, I have my app, I have auth. Inside out, I have forgot password, reset password, sign in and sign up. Inside layout, I have redirect already logged in users. I can check the user whether that is logged in or not, and this is how I can just simply go ahead. So inside sign up, I'm gonna be going through the sign up form right now, and what is actually happening over here inside sign up form on submit mainly. First of all, setting the error to null, that is fine. Error is gonna be await auth client sign up email, gonna be giving email, password and name. Callback URL is gonna be /email verified. If email verified, in simple words, first of all I need to sign up. Once I'm signed up, at that time an email will be sent, and once I click on that particular email, I'll be sent to this particular URL. User will be redirected to the verify user page after sign up. Email verified, let's try it. I think this is the running one, ls. And what kind of database am I using over here? That is Prisma. That means that must be local database. That is not a local database for that. Okay, npm run them, it will not even run. Docker process status, docker start, and postgres db. Didn't really assume this thing, like I just had a break of a day, and now I'm having to go through this thing again. Come on, yeah. Having breaks, this actually breaks your flow of learning. Just I didn't go through this thing yesterday, and now gotta check everything. So it is mainly going to be running where? It is going to be running on npm run dev first of all. Localhost 3000. Okay, so this is how it's running. I'm gonna be just signing up from here, but I hope I'm not logged in, so I'm gonna sign up. Whenever I'm signing up, enter name, any email, PAWSWORD1234, and PAWSWORD1234. Create an account. One special character is needed, slash and slash. Create an account. I hope the account is going to be created. I just hope that this user, okay, signed up successfully. Wait for a while. What will happen? I'm redirected here. Please verify. This is the dashboard. If this is actually a dashboard, and whenever I'm signing up at that time, why am I using this callback URL over here? And this callback URL is simply saying that email verified. Email verified means what? This is gonna be the URL, but the problem is that I should be I should be sent to this particular or redirected to this particular URL only when I verify my email. User will be redirected to the verify user page after signing up. Verify user page, email verified. Let's even check this thing out. Exactly what's there inside email verified page. Email verified. I will not be able to access that if I'm not wrong. Email, no, I can access that. Interesting. Your email has been verified successfully. Go to dashboard. Okay, so it turns out I will just a sec. I'll be redirected to this particular. I don't even know why am I using this over here. I mean, this does not make any sense. Email is fine. Just a sec. Better auth. Okay, so what am I doing over here? First of all, I'm signing up. Great. So what do we do while signing up? Let's go to installation. And when it comes to installation, so first of all, I'm just signing up over here. That simply means authentication method. So and create a client instance. Inside this client instance, auth client, that is fine. That's it. Let's do one thing. That's gonna be the concepts and the client, hooks, errors, page hooks, plugins, authentication plugins, guides, getting started, basic users. What do I have inside basic users? I have sign up over here, right? So whenever I'm signing up, at that time I need to provide a callback URL. This callback URL should be dashboard. So I'm giving it email sign up. To sign up a user, you need to call the client method sign up email with the user's information. Okay, email, password and all. URL to redirect the user, or URL to redirect to after the user verifies their email, optional. Wow. Okay. Once the user's email is verified, where should user be redirected? So in my case, this is insane, but okay. In my case, the user should be redirected to /email verified page. This only runs when the email gets verified. This only runs when email gets verified. Okay, so this particular thing is done. Name and everything else is okay already here. And after that, if I'm actually getting some kind of error, one more thing, especially when it comes to the error, so I will be getting two things whenever I sign up the user. So I will be getting data, I will be getting the error. I merely need the error over here. Once I have the error, then I will have another callback on request, on success, on error. Then I can use this way, or I can just directly go with the error only, and I can just simply mention the things, or just like this. Okay, auto signing enabled true, auto signing defaults to true. That means user is going to be signed in automatically. Am I even doing that? In that case, where do I have to go? I have to go to lib. Inside lib, I have to go to auth.ts and auto signing. Auto signing. कुछ देर से आता हूँ. ठीक फिर आ रहा. Auto signing. Where is that? I'll actually have to go, but before that I wanna make sure that haven't I said that enable is true, auto signing is not true, or what? Email verification on sign up, auto sign in after verification. So after verification we are letting the user to just simply sign in. But over here I can even do this thing like auto sign is gonna be true. That means as soon as user signs up, user will be signed in. So after sign up, user will be signed in, just like this. Alrighty, by the way, better auth is not that much difficult, so I'm not worried about better auth. Even the documentation is really well of better auth, so I really appreciate that they have documented everything in the best manner. But having said that, I have to go through the things. So it's gonna be kind of the today's goal. Today's goal is not gonna be goal. rather it's actually gonna be something. So I have my better auth, and the simple thing is that I'm gonna be giving it 4 hours continuously, then I will switch to the next topic. 4 hours in the sense because I have the time of Postgres as well, like next auth as well. So ultimately when it comes to this particular thing, this better auth, because I have to remake that as well, that simply means it will take time. So whenever I'm gonna be coming back, I'll set a timer for 4 hours, and then I will just simply get the things done. I will be back just within half an hour because I have to go and have food. There are some guests, so that is why. But after that I'm gonna be giving it 4 hours to this better auth, and I will remake this project. I will get everything else done. Not only that, I will be just adding some more functionalities from my own. The good thing is that the documentation of this better auth, it is really good, so it's gonna be immensely helpful. But unfortunately I'll have to leave right now. I'll be coming back, and hope to see you soon again. Take care.